One of the most scariest things that any parent can ever experience is hearing that their child is missing. So, the Unforgotten Project, what we do here is I cover all missing children cases. If you want to help out, all you got to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is educational purposes only. Educational purposes only. A 3-year-old girl was playing at her apartment playground, and just minutes later, she disappeared without a trace. More than 3 years have passed, but no one knows what happened to Lina Khil. Here's everything we know about this mysterious case. But before we go deep, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay notified for whenever we upload these serious cases. Lina Khil was born on February 20th, 2018. She was just 3 years old when she disappeared. On December 20th, 2021, Lina was outside playing at the playground at the Villas del Cabo apartments in San Antonio, Texas. She was last seen wearing a black jacket, a red dress, and little black shoes.
These are the last images of Lina laughing and playing on the playground just steps away from her home. For her mother and father, that video is where time stopped. Despite one of the largest.
At some point that evening, Lina suddenly disappeared. Her family realized that she was missing and reported it to the police that same day. As soon as the report was filed, local law enforcement and the FBI began a large search operation. Officers searched the apartment complex, nearby areas, and followed every possible lead. Despite these efforts, they found no sign of little Lina. Lina's family had recently moved to the United States after her father began working for the United States Army. They came to the country on a special immigrant visa, hoping to build a safer future for their family. But instead, they became one of the most mysterious missing child cases in recent years. How could a 3-year-old child disappear from a busy apartment playground without anybody seeing shit? That question remains unanswered, and Lina Khil was never found. Even though investigators still don't know where Lina is, they uncovered a chilling new piece of information that made her parents even more concerned about her safety. In December of 2022, nearly 1 year after Lina went missing, investigators released surveillance video showing the last known movements and moments before her little disappearance. They hoped that someone would notice an important detail and come forward with new information. But even after the video was made public, the case still remained unsolved. In April of 2023, Lina's father took a polygraph test, also known as a lie detector test, conducted by the FBI. He took the test to help clear his name and show that he had nothing to do with his daughter's disappearance. The investigation continued into 2024, but without questions, that year the San Antonio PD decided not to accept help from investigators at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, a well-known organization program that assists in missing child cases. The reason for this decision was not publicly explained, leading some people to wonder why additional resources were turned down. While investigators continued working on this case, Eagles Flight Advocacy and Outreach, a nonprofit organization, kept supporting the search for Lina. They helped raise awareness about her disappearance and encouraged the public to keep sharing information that could finally bring her family some answers. Even after years of investigation, no credible lead has revealed what happened to Lina Khil. And as you guys know, with these missing children cases and years progress, in 2023, a forensic artist named Louis Gibson created an age-progressed sketch. The sketch showed what Lina might look like as she grew older, hoping someone would recognize her and come forward with some information. And then in 2024, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released their age-progressed image. This updated picture gave the public a new idea of what Lina could look like if she was still alive. Investigators hoped these images would help generate fresh tips and keep people talking about her case. A year later, in 2024, in February, authorities received a new tip that led them to search a wooded area near Interstate 10 and Wurzbach Road, about 1 mile from where Lina disappeared. For 2 days, investigators carefully searched the area, hoping they would find an important clue. But after completing the search, The San Antonio PD announced that the tip was not credible. Once again, the investigation reached a dead end, and the mystery is continued. Lina's disappearance has also featured in Paramount Plus documentary, bringing national attention to her case and helping keep the search and answers alive. Years have passed since Lina vanished, yet one question still remains: where is little Lina? As investigation continued, police made an important public appeal. They said that every second matters when a child is missing, and even the smallest detail could help solve the case. Investigators asked anybody who was at the Villas del Cabo apartment complex located at 9400 Fredericksburg Road between 4:30 and 5:10 p.m. on Monday, December 20th, 2021 to come forward if they saw anything unusual or suspicious. Police also asked anybody that had contact with Lina or her family at that time of the day but had not spoken with investigators to please reach out as soon as possible.
Your assistance, if you know anything, even if you think it may not help, we want you to call us and give us any information that you may have. You don't have to give your name. And as was said before I came up here, we are not going to come looking for you and question you or intimidate you. If you have information, that's all we want. You don't have to give your name.
They stressed that no piece of information is too small. A single detail that may seem unimportant could be the missing piece that leads investigators to understand what happened to Lina. Investigators urged the community to work together and to continue sharing any information that could bring Lina home. Even after years of searching, they believe someone may still have the key to solving this case. During the investigation, police focused on a man whose name repeatedly appeared in tips and even in jailhouse conversations. The man claimed that his daughter had been playing with Lina before she disappeared. Later, investigators said that he also made disturbing statements about hurting Lina and even claimed that he had killed her.
In tips and jailhouse conversations.
Here's this man saying that his daughter played with Lina. Here's this man at one point describing to law enforcement officials, he's describing how he hurt Lina.
Did he kill Lina?
Yes, he is saying that he killed Lina.
However, despite these claims, investigators have not confirmed that he was responsible for Lina's disappearance. As this search for Lina continued, authorities increased their efforts to encourage people to come forward with new information. Crime Stoppers of San Antonio announced a $50,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest or an indictment of anyone involved in Lina's disappearance. Investigators hope that the reward would encourage someone with important information to finally break their silence. At the same time, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus spoke at the Islamic Center of San Antonio. He updated community members on everything investigators had done so far and explained that they still needed the public's help to solve this case. He reminded everyone that the smallest piece of information could be the clue investigators have been searching for. The Islamic Center of San Antonio also offered its own reward for information that could help find Lina or identify the person responsible for her disappearance. Despite these rewards, years of investigation and repeated public appeals, no one has been arrested. And Lina Khil, her disappearance still remains one of San Antonio's most heartbreaking unsolved mysteries. I want to know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. If y'all a parent, let me know how y'all feel. If not, still, let me know how y'all feel about this case. Do y'all feel that it was something else going on? Or, I mean, just let me know how y'all's thoughts. But one thing's for certain is that little girl is still missing. Spread the word, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Condolences to the family